sapatos.
Hindi yung mga kaibigan ko rito na miyembro rin ng ating Beautiful Harbor.
Oh, that's good, ha?
Rudy, si Parang Romy.
Ayan, ito yung isa sa mga policemen.
No.
Secretary.
Si Ochoa. Ochoa ng Vice Mayor.
Okay. We are here in Maridel with Vice Mayor Magbuhos.
And at the same time, the member of the Beautiful Harbor.
So we are making a follow of the last proposed project of the sea ambulance and the floating clinic here in Lamon Bay.
Floating clinic.
Yeah, this is a concept that was already in the mind of former board member Derek Magbuhos. So tomorrow we will visit some of the island municipalities. What do you think about that, Vice Governor? Vice Governor na Vice Mayor. Posible ba yang magkaroon tayo ng sea ambulance and floating medical clinic?
Aboy, yan ang napakagandang programa, ang napakagandang proyektong dadalhin mo rito, Dr. Melendez. Sapagkat marami matutulungan sa island municipalities yan.
Actually, ongoing na yung pag-upload ng mga videos. Four parts kasi mahirap i-upload yung tuloy-tuloy. So, yung aking interaction with the former board member and soon-to-be mayor of Atimonan, Quezon, Derek Magbuhos. So, flagship siguro ito, din yung dalawang magkakapatid. No, in case na makita ito ng taga Maridel at Atimonan, no, yung realization ng isang sea ambulance at floating clinic, malaking flagship na yan. Though it was conceptualized, as we said, by the former board member Derek Magbuhos way back in 2004. No, nauna pa nga siya mag-conceptualize. Ako naisip ko
actually, 2001.
2001. Ako na-excite ako dyan, 2007 eh. Sa Davao River.
Yung proposed project mo na yan, magka-shoot dyan ang ating turismo rito sa aming bayan.
Yeah, because that's actually, hindi naman talaga first. They already had this in Zamboanga, but it failed somehow. Siguro, nag-fail yun dahil sa management. Siguro, hindi tamang management. Baka siguro, walang tamang partnership ang Department of Health. It was initiated by the Department of Health, but somehow, it did not succeed. Simply because it is just a purely government effort. You know, when it's a purely government effort, sometimes does not work. That's why when we talk about it, we presented the idea of a public-private partnership. Because when there is a collaboration between government and non-government organizations, sometimes, you know, undertakings like this succeed. Di ba? Magtatagumpay kasi dalawang sektor ang
hawakan para yung
private and government sector.
Ngayon, kayo na naman, doon naman sa Atimonan, may nasilip naman kaming other than giving free health services, free medicines, may nasilip kaming areas along the line of environmental protection. I'm sure that sad experience na nangyayari sa Atimonan where people are indulging into parang they cut the woods, cut the trees, turn them into charcoal.
Yes.
No? As a kind of a livelihood program among the poor people there. Yan ba nangyayari dito sa inyo?
Nangyayari dito yan, pero we encourage our constituent here to plant trees. Once they cut trees, they have to plant at least 3 trees.
Ang kapalit doon sa pinutol for the charcoal.
Yes. We encourage them to plant.
1:3.
Yeah.
1:3.
Pero kailangan bang gawin talaga yung ganung klaseng livelihood na nakadepende sa charcoal? Kasi other than destroying the forest, more than that is destroying the human bodies. Yung usok ng charcoal. So parang hindi acceptable. Parang,
We do have our ordinance.
So we need an alternative to that
Livelihood,
matter. So we need livelihood here in Quezon, particularly in Atimonan and Plaridel.
right.
We do have our ordinance na bawal magpuling. You know, yung making of charcoal here.
Yeah.
We have an ordinance here. Because our constituents here are, we don't have any livelihood. So,
Kanina, ang napag-usapan namin, we thought of coming up with mga grassroots livelihood programs along the line of recycling or what we call a green project. No? Kasi ang trust ng buong mundo ngayon is to the greening of the earth, no? The greening of the universe, because we are into having a global warming problem. No? In fact, yung mga green projects, binibigyan niya ng carbon credits. No? It's a Kyoto Treaty, remember? No, merong parang summit na the world really recognizes that we have a global crisis right now, the so-called global warming. So if we would start by this very simple alternative livelihood program from that of charcoal making, perhaps we are into that direction. We are trying to preserve the forest, di ba? Ngayon, itong alternative natin should also be along the line of the greening, di ba?
pero hindi
Actually,
naman.
Doc, in our town, the charcoal making is only the second objective of the people here. The main objective here of our people is planting raw trees like balinghoy,
Vegetable.
Yes,
So yun ang number one,
The number one
agriculture
objective.
and
Yes.
Fishing.
fishing.
Charcoal making is only the second objective of the Cayineros here in
But
our
we are
town.
agreed that that is not a good livelihood source.
Yes,
no?
yes.
Because it affects our environment.
Yeah, not only environment, it affects the human, the human health, right? Now, I think if we propose that and give, data as to how many hectares per month is being damaged and how many people are involved in doing that. So we have to start with the data, and if we continue doing that, we might end up with denuding our forest here, especially that beautiful portion of Atimonan where it is a national park.
Zigzag road.
The
Zigzag road.
Tukang Manok.
Tukang
Well, the former board member has many ideas on that.
Perhaps it's about time that he can, refresh all these ideas. In fact, that was part of that whole flagship when he ran as mayor ba, yung mga mayor of Atimonan, as board member. Can you just update us with those beautiful concepts, plans, especially on the preservation of this national forest, the national park?
The national park, with regards to the national park, tree planting is number one. Kasi the inside portion of the forest, most of the trees has been cut. And we need reforestation in that said forest. So that inside and outside, it can help the environment, the global warming
And
problem.
currently, are we successful in that effort, or somehow we fall short of that?
Students are here in Quezon are going to the Zigzag Park to plant trees. In a way, students are helping the environment.
But
Is it enough?
we are for short.
Maybe it's not enough. Kasi
So it is not really a massive campaign on the part of the local government, maybe?
It's not their first priority.
It's not their first priority. That's what I thought. Because Otherwise,
in Buhangin, in Barangay Buhangin, ako ang barangay captain. We planted almost 5,000 mangroves near in
the coastline
in the coastline, near in the river.
River now, not the
river banks. No, river banks.
Oh, river banks. Okay, at the mouth of the
river.
The mouth of the
river.
I think we saw that.
Other than that, the government issued an executive order to plant mangroves in river banks, in mouth of the river. We have planted 2 million mangroves in one day.
Wow. Okay.
Quezon-wide.
Oh, province-wide. Quezon initiative.
Province-wide initiative by the.
And this took place what year?
A year ago.
Oh, okay. So after that, how do you monitor now if those?
The barangay council, the local government was assigned to monitor the said project. It's good.
But what about the national park? Do you have any plans of promoting the park nationwide or worldwide?
If I were the municipal mayor of Patimonan, I would suggest, or I will make the national park, because one of the
tourist destination.
Like in Thailand, zoo. Quezon Zoo.
Because we don't have too many national parks in the Philippines. I think those are one of the few.
Quezon Zoo, kasi forest is a natural habitat of animals. And I think Quezon Zoo will be a great help in terms of tourism, revenue, recovery,
like a safari environment,
and manpower.
Yeah, okay.
It will create jobs.
Why just zoo? What about a botanical garden?
Atimonan Sigsag is a huge forest. We can have botanical. We can have butterfly haven. Butterfly haven.
It looks like the place is very rich in flora and fauna, right?
Education there will come up.
When we were traveling earlier to Atimonan from Quezon City, what came to my mind is the idea of a nature's park.
Nature's park.
The idea of a nature's park.
It can be.
And the idea of a forest university. You know, when you say university, quote unquote, meaning the youth, the educators, the tourists will learn so much from that nature's park or that national park, right? Especially if we can catalog the exotic plants and animals that are existing in the national park. At this point, I don't think we have that so-called catalog, so to speak.
We don't have that.
And that is another area for funding, right? But more than that, I think if we consider a park as a university by itself, then perhaps other educational institutions in the world would support it. You know, can you imagine a forest as a university by itself, where you learn the ecosystem, and then I think, you know, I'm thinking now of California as the #1 state in the United States who is spearheading, you know, projects like this, environmental protection. We in California, we have very strict laws on how to protect the environment. In fact, we have our own Yosemite Park, a national park also in California, visited by people from different places in the world. And your own Bitukang Manok is another national park at par with the Yosemite in California, or maybe even better.
That's why we are very thankful that you come with us and give us enlightenment about this project. This project. We are very thankful
And you're
for
so,
the Beautiful Heart Foundation and the Brothers.
Yeah, your place here is so blessed by the beautiful sceneries, the seas and the mountains, the natural setting of
You have said the seas. One of our projects here is to rehabilitate the corals here, to rehabilitate
Is that in connection with the mangrove also? Mangrove or
No. We have to rehabilitate. We have to make artificial reef, coral reef, because
okay.
these the fish where they lay their eggs.
And how do you do that? What is your?
We'll make like boulders, and we will put it on the ocean. Then some foreign bodies will.
Have you started doing that?
We do that. But the problem is the funding is.
That is another one. Area that we can solicit support.
Yes.
Yeah, the artificial coral reefs.
Yeah.
Here in the coastal.
Yeah, because we're in our reef here, because of too much overfishing, and some of big commercial fishing ruin that we have to rehabilitate. So we need.
Now we have identified possible proposals now. The seas, the artificial coral reefs, the mangrove plantation in the mouth of the rivers. That's probably another. We need also funding support for that. Now, as with the forest, the reforestation, the preservation of exotic or endangered animals and the plants. See, and more than that, I think we can turn that into a tourist attraction.
Yes, sure.
That can invite
investors.
If
we rehabilitate the reef here, the big fish will lay eggs to that. Then the fish here will become more.
And when then the fishing industry again will flourish. Right now, what I understand is it used to be a very fertile fishing
ground here.
But over the years, because probably of abuse and
overfishing, some of the commercial fishing, so we have to rehabilitate Plaridel, Antimonan, even Gumaca. We have to use the artificial coral reef.
And I think what we're doing now is we brainstorm, we identify possible projects that may need funding support, and that is why we're putting everything in video, so that whoever will watch this video can also assist us. So we are calling the bigger organizations, bigger foundations that are into the protection of the environment, the greening of the universe, to help us. We start here in the province of Quezon. We have to preserve the beautiful seas, the rivers, the lakes, and of course, the mountains and the forest. So thank you so much, sir, for your time, and also our very effective, efficient civic leader from Atimonan, and of course, you as a Vice Mayor of Plaridel, Quezon. Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat po.
People need to know we're in a world of desperation. Please try to save every little thing you have. So many people around the world waste what they have. Saving a few things will save millions of people around the world.
Throwing food away causes millions of people to starve. Try not to be selfish, we should share what we have. Lots of poor people need your love and help. Let us help and save people from starvation.